Alrighty, this is Josh Rubin from East West Healing and Performance. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on YouTube. I've been getting married and having a good time with my family while I'm back. I'm getting back a little slow. I've been out there eating good foods, but partying a little, being up late, waking up early, enjoying life. But I'm back, a little bit slow, but I'm here. Today I want to talk to you about dysbiosis. What the heck is dysbiosis? Everyone talks about it. You might not know you're talking about it, but you're talking about it. But we always, or most people like to group it into one category, gastrointestinal dysbiosis. Well, there's many types of dysbiosis. The general term for dysbiosis means there's basically an imbalance between good and bad bacteria in the gut. We don't know which way good is and which way bad is, but in general terms, it means there's an imbalance between good and bad bacteria in the gut. Now, there's many types of dysbiosis, so this is just for general education. I'm not going to teach you how to fix it. If you watch some of our YouTube clips or go to our website at eastwesthealing.com, go to the articles page, or watch any of our YouTube clips or check out our blog, you can get lots of information on how to fix this. If not, call us, set up a free consult, sign up with us, get some more individualized assessments, and we'll be able to help you. But the first type of dysbiosis is pretty simple. It's called insufficiency dysbiosis. This is when you basically have an insufficient amount of good bacteria in the gut. So that's the first type of dysbiosis that we commonly see in our clinic. The second one is called the bacterial overgrowth. And this is what you typically see in like elderly people, you typically see in diabetic people, people that eat high amount of carbohydrates, drink a lot of alcohol. But what this typically means is there's an overgrowth of bacteria in the gut. It doesn't mean you don't have enough good bacteria, it just means there's an overgrowth of other bacteria in the gut. Sometimes it can be candida. A lot of the times it's H.Pylori. A lot of the times it's from people overdosing and taking probiotics way too much, as well as taking antacid drugs or prescription antacid drugs too much, which actually creates the environment for the bacterial overgrowth. The third type of dysbiosis that we commonly see is called immunosuppressive dysbiosis. This is 99% of the time. A good example that you see in people is when they have candida. Because candida you actually have in your gut. You actually create the environment for it to overgrow, so you end up with candida overgrowth. Well, candida actually release what's called gliotoxin. This gliotoxin is actually an immunosuppressant, and it actually suppresses the immune system. So you start to see immune system reactions, immune system problems, histamine reactions in the body. So that's the third type of dysbiosis that we commonly see in our clinic. The fourth type, and just to let you know the 6 types, the fourth type is hypersensitivity dysbiosis. This you commonly see with people that have chronic inflammation in their gut. This can be from anything internal and anything external, meaning anything internally in the body from imbalanced physiology, parasites, fungus, bacteria, to anything taken from outside the environment, put on the skin, or put in the mouth. Anything that causes inflammation in the gut, when you eat certain foods, it can cause food intolerances, it can cause inflammation, colitis, things like that. That's what you call hypersensitivity dysbiosis. The fifth kind is called inflammatory dysbiosis, and this is more of your genetic or acquired type of dysbiosis or viral type of dysbiosis. This can happen through what's called molecular mimicry, from eating the same foods all the time and developing food intolerances, in developing severe immune system reactions. It's commonly actually developed through acquiring a sexually transmitted disease, otherwise known as chlamydia, and actually acquiring the genotype, which it's a specific gene that you acquire from getting chlamydia that can cause this inflammatory dysbiosis, which commonly causes reactive arthritis in most people. So it's more commonly your autoimmune or viral type of dysbiosis. And the last one, and there's many subcategories under this, is typically like your protozoans, your amoebas, your cysts, your parasites, things like that. That type of dysbiosis. Those types of dysbiosis you typically see in the respiratory canals, you typically see in the mouth, the dental area, and you typically see on the skin, the cutaneous areas, and you typically see in the urinary or anal areas. And you can see anything from, rashes to increased mucus buildup to certain discharge to a lot of, buildup in the eyes, nose, ears, and mouth, bad breath, on and on and on and on. So those are the 6 types of dysbiosis. There's many ways to assess it. You can use labs, you can use subjective assessments. At our clinic, we use both. We use subjective assessments that we email to our clients long distance. We use labs. And the only reason I'm putting in here now is because people always ask me when I do some of these clips, well, how do you fix it? How do you fix it? I only get 10 minutes. And I get 10 minutes to explain something and how to fix it. It's just not going to work. So maybe on some later YouTube clips, I'll talk to you how to fix it. But the bottom line is, it depends what type of dysbiosis you have, who you are, and what internal and external stresses are actually affecting you that's causing the dysbiosis. So it's very individualized. So hopefully you've learned something today about dysbiosis, which is not always just, an imbalance between bacteria. It can get more specific in regards to inflammation, what part of the body it affects, and as well as to get more individualized, you can actually help your client. Because what I find is a lot of people get gut problems and they just start taking probiotics and they think that's going to help them, that probiotics are the answer. Well, the bottom line is when you take probiotics on a full stomach, it actually helps the gut. When you take it on an empty stomach, it's more of a purgative. At the same time, if you're always taking probiotics and you haven't removed any of the pathogens from the gut and you haven't repaired it, you're actually going to create a bacterial overgrowth. And we commonly see this in our clients nowadays. They end up with severe bacterial overgrowths, and we know this from doing specific gut labs, which is creating their immune system problems, which is a lot of the times creating their orifice, meaning their mouth, nose, eyes, ears, anus, and urinary areas to have chronic and common mucus buildup and infections. And this is a lot of the times from overtaking probiotics. So hopefully you learned something today about dysbiosis. Like I said, I'm back. It's glad to be back. I'm moving a little slow. If you have any great ideas for our YouTube clips, please pop us an email or give us a call. At the same time, at the end of this clip, you'll see we've been voted for best personal trainers in San Diego. Please go to this link, scroll down to personal trainers, click on personal trainers. Once you get to personal trainers, click on East West Healing and Performance, and please vote for us. The voting ends September 4th. Pass the link on to anyone you know that you feel comfortable to and see if they'll vote for us. So thanks for your time. Check you later. I'll put another YouTube clip around Wednesday, Thursday this week. Peace.